Listen, bro, if you have a passion, do not let anyone try to tell you that it's cringe. Do not let anyone tell you that it's not that serious. Because, bro, I know how serious it really is. And I'm gonna explain how I know this. It's because my passion has been the gym, and it has been for many years. So I don't really have much to show for it, but I know that I have worked so hard in the gym. I know that it has been my life, and quite frankly, I've made it my personality sometimes, you know. But it really is that serious to me. And it all started when I was younger. I'm not really sure, 13, 14. I genuinely just disliked myself, bro. I know a lot of people start the gym because they dislike themselves as well, or they're trying to get girls. But at that point, it wasn't much trying to get girls. I didn't care about that as much. I just didn't want to ever feel weak. I didn't want to feel like I wasn't good enough. And there wasn't really anything that like particular that happened to me that made me feel like I wasn't enough, but it was just something inside of me that I knew that I wanted more out of life. And so starting the gym was the best decision I've ever made. But it's also taught me so many things about life. And it is that serious because listen, bro, I wrote this in my applications to like scholarships, college, whatnot. But I have literally watched myself grow up in the mirrors of the gym. And that's not like figuratively. Literally have seen myself grow up. Because by the time I started hitting the gym and now, I have went through puberty, right? And every day in the gym, like I would squat at the same spot at the gym. I would genuinely just see myself changing and changing and changing. And it's crazy because that's where I spent, you know, an hour to 2 hours, sometimes even 3 hours of my day in the gym. And a lot of the time I would be alone. There would be a lot of times where I'd work out with friends as well, but the times where I was alone, it was just me, the headphones, in the gym, bro. All I cared about in that moment was trying to be better. And that's one of the feelings that I don't think will ever go away. And I'll never forget the nights, you know, where I was so down and I felt like super depressed and just terrible about life, bro. And I'd go to the gym and just that feeling of me and sometimes being the only one in the gym, and it's just me versus me in the mirror, bro. It's created such a deep sense of self, and I've gained so much respect over myself because the countless times where I'm under the squat bar and I'm squatting, it's like the worst thing ever because I hate leg day. But I look at myself in the mirror after I push the weight up and I'm done with the squat. I'm like, dude, you did that. I watch myself do it the entire time. So genuinely is that serious. And one day it made me wonder, or made me realize how really serious it is when I got a job at KFC, right? 3 hours into it, I was watching the videos, orientation stuff, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do this. So I kind of, you know, quit 3 hours in, which is not good on my part, probably ruined a little bit of my reputation. Knew that job was not for me. But that night, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was really sick. Oh my gosh. It was so painful. But I went to the emergency room in the morning. My grandma took me to the emergency room. I could have drove, but I genuinely couldn't move. But she took me and I found out that I had food poisoning. But that day, I was planning on going to the gym. And I was really, particularly excited about going to the gym this day. I don't know why, but there was something about it. I just really wanted to go. And I tried my best to try to get the energy to go. I was gonna go even though I had food poisoning, but it was so bad that I genuinely couldn't. I couldn't get out of bed. And I remember that night, the lights were off and all I had on the TV, I was scrolling through YouTube and I was trying to find something to watch. I couldn't sleep. And I'm finding this Sam Sulek Car Talk 8-hour compilation video. I turned it on and I just started tearing up, bro, because I felt just this wave of all the memories in the gym. Just it came flooding back, hit me all at once, bro. And I was just like, you know, it is that serious. I have made this my personality because it's what made me me. everyone can like attest to that for something in their life that they are passionate about. It definitely was a gym for me. And that night, I remember I woke up every 30 minutes and Sam Sulik would still be talking on the TV. I really can't explain how I felt that night. It was such a like indescribable feeling of just passion, bro. Like I really love working out. But I also complain about it because working out hurts. It hurts and it's hard to do. I don't really have the energy most days, but I still go because that's who I am. I built that into me and that's who I am. And I just see so much stuff about people saying like things are not that serious. And I hate when people say that, bro, because whatever your passion is in life, it's that serious to you. Without the gym, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. I'd probably be more studious. I'd probably have better grades. But it's made me who I am, bro. And I know that a lot of people feel the same way about what they're interested in. And if what you're interested in is making you better, bro, who cares what people think? Like, there are many people that have genuinely just told me that, you know, I take the gym too seriously and it's not that serious. But you gotta understand at some point, me going to the gym really is not about lifting weights. It's not about just trying to get bigger. Like, yeah, it is. But in a way, it's more of the mental factor, bro. It's because I've been doing it for so long. I've seen myself grow. And I've seen myself just get better. And pretty much every aspect of my life, dude, it's carried over everywhere. Because I know that the gym has taught me consistency. It's taught me that if you want things in life, you have to work hard for them. And I feel bad for these people that think that way. And I've thought this way too, bro. It started to get to me. I was like, yeah, you know, it's not that serious. And I started skipping the gym more. But every time I would find myself, I was like coping. I was like, yeah, I don't need to go to the gym. I don't want to make it my personality. But those were terrible days. I wasn't chilling. I was playing Xbox, but in the back of my mind, this may sound cringe, but in the back of my mind, I was like wanting to go to the gym. I was like, no, you need a rest. You need a rest, bro. And I just can't. I can't because it's who I am. And I know at some point I need to change that. But pretty much the point is, bro, if you have a passion in life, don't let anyone tell you that it's not that serious. I know how serious it is. It is that serious because when your life is built on something, it's that serious. And I thank God every day that I haven't had a life-threatening injury from the time that I started working out. And I pray every day that I don't, because once I can't go to the gym, I'm gonna have to find a new hobby, something else that I'm passionate about, which will be fine because I know that in the end, I'm gonna be fine. Because I'm here right now. I'm alive. I've survived all I've been through. I could do it again. Like my friend, he's into boxing a lot, bro. He's gonna go so far. But he got injured, and I know that he went through a lot of mental development and just became a lot better because of that. He couldn't really train, and I know he got depressed over it, which is very understandable, bro. That is his passion. But a lot of people will look at him and say, bro, it's not that serious. He would look right back at him and say, yes, it is. Because it's who he is, and this is who I am, and this is who you are. So don't let anyone tell you any different, bro. I'll see you in the next video.